Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, we're going to see the first of 4 games in San Francisco, which will be the second half of this 8-game road trip that the Cubs have currently embarked on. Cubs management has also made a couple of trades today. As we will see, Wilson Ramos is the new catcher for the Cubs. He was brought in for the Mets along with Edwin Diaz in exchange for a collection of minor leaguers. The Cubs also brought in Mike Clevinger from the Indians in exchange, and Logan Allen in exchange for Wilson Contreras and several other minor leaguers. And finally, the Cubs traded for John Paxton off of the New York Yankees in exchange for another collection of minor leaguers whose names escape me at the moment. Let's see if we can find the Paxton deal, because he was traded for Descalso, White, Strop, and 2 minor leaguers. So, anyway, new lit Cubs for the second half of the season as the trade deadline quickly approaches. The Cubs are going to send Jonathan Loaiza out to the mound today. He is making appearance number 26. He had been in the bullpen for a while, but due to the doubleheader yesterday and the injury to Colin McHugh, he's going to be making a start today. Loaiza, comes out at 4-6 with a 4.95 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP. The Cubs lineup will include Cabrera, Santana, Bryant, Ozuna, Bradley, Bogaerts, Hayward, the new catcher Ramos, and Jonathan Loaiza. The Giants will be sending Kevin Gausman out to the mound. Gausman is making start number 12 on the season. He is 5-3 with a 4.41 ERA, 1.32 WHIP. And the rest of the Giants lineup will include Billy Hamilton, Austin Slater, Brandon Belt, Buster Posey. Feels like he's been in San Francisco for about 2 decades. Brandon Crawford, Mauricio Dubon, Steve Duggar, Yolmer Sanchez, and then the pitcher, Kevin Gausman. Now, let's get this game underway. It is 67 degrees in San Francisco. The wind is swirling at 10 mph. And we see that we need to make one small change as we get Kerry Wood in charge of this game. Gausman on the mound, facing Asdrubal Cabrera. Leadoff batter for the Cubs here in the first inning. The Cubs come in with a 49-55 record, 3rd place in the NL Central. The Giants come in at 47-58, 4th place in the NL West. Gausman is on the mound with a 1-ball count, looking for the sign, coming set, and here's the pitch. And that's lined into center field. That's going to be playable, and it is caught for out number 1. Billy Hamilton comes in for that one, makes the catch, and now Santana comes up with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 count to Danny Santana. And that is strike 3 looking with the splitter. Santana heads back to the dugout, and now Chris Bryant is the batter. With 2 outs and nobody on, Chris Bryant waiting for the full count pitch. Bryant swings and misses for strike 3, so he heads back to the dugout. 1-2-3, go the Cubs in the first. Going to the bottom of the first inning in a 0-0 ball game. John Loaiza is going to face Billy Hamilton. 2-0 count, Loaiza, and Hamilton has a bunt. Santana picks it up, throws to first to Cabrera, who's covering first, and Hamilton is safe, hustling down the line. Slater now the batter. Austin Slater coming up. Nobody out. Runner on first. Full count pitch from Loaiza. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The throw goes down to second, but it gets into center field as Ramos overthrows the second baseman. The throw goes into center field. Hamilton advances to third on the error, and now Brandon Belt is the batter. 1-2 count, and Belt pops it up deep center field It looks like Bradley's got a play on it, and he does. However, the runner tags up and scores. Billy Hamilton scores easily on that sacrifice fly, and the Giants own a 1-0 lead. Buster Posey now batting. 2 outs, nobody on. Full count pitch to Buster Posey. And that is ball 4, low and away. So Loaiza loses Posey on the full count fastball, and that brings up Brandon Crawford. Crawford with a 1-1 count. He lines that one into center field. I think that's going to find the perfect place to just drop in. However, the throw goes to third. The runner goes to third. Wow, and Posey goes first to third on the single by Brandon Crawford. So now there's 2 outs, runners on the corners, and Mauricio DeBoon is the batter. 1-2 count, waiting for the pitch. Pops it up on the infield. That's going to be playable. Bogaerts calls for it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Well, that ends the inning. The Giants do score as they break the scoreless tie. We go to the top of the second. It is 1-0 San Francisco. Marcell Ozuna is going to lead off for the Cubs in the top of the second inning. He comes up with a 1-ball count, and he grounds over to the third. The throw goes to first, and Ozuna's retired for out number 1. Bradley now batting with 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 pitch to Jackie Bradley. Here it comes. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Bradley waves at the splitter and then heads back to the dugout. Xander Bogaerts now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 0-2 count to Xander Bogaerts. Gausman with the pitch. Lined right at the shortstop. Crawford takes about 2 steps and makes the catch for out number 3. Cubs are retired in order again. We go to the bottom of the second. It is still 1-0 in favor of the Giants. Loaiza pitching to Steven Duggar in the bottom of the second inning. 1-2 count. Duggar waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Duggar strikes out swinging. That is strikeout number 2 on the day for John Loaiza, and that brings up Yolmer Sanchez. First pitch to Sanchez, and that's a bunt. Ramos pops up, he has it, throws to first, and that is out number 2. Gausman now batting for himself. 2 outs, nobody on. 0-2 count to Kevin Gausman. And that is strike 3 called with the changeup. So Loaiza sets him down in order in the second. We go to the top of the third, 1-0 San Francisco. Jason Hayward leading off for the Cubs in the top of the third, waiting for the 1-ball pitch. Here it comes. Popped up on the infield. The catcher, Posey, goes out, makes the catch near the mound for out number 1. Wilson Ramos now the batter, with 1 out, nobody on. Ramos making his first at-bat as a Cub, and he's going to line that one into center field for a single. Wilson Ramos getting his first base hit as a Chicago Cub, and now John Loaiza is the pitcher. 1 out, 1 man on. Loaiza waiting for the first pitch, and he grounds to short. The throw goes to second, the relay to first, and that is a 6-4-3 double play. I feel like a bunt would have been more effective there, but apparently Kerry Wood would disagree. We go now to the bottom of the third. It is still 1-0 San Francisco. Billy Hamilton leading off for the Giants in the bottom of the third inning, waiting for the 2-0 pitch from Loaiza. Grounded to first, stabbed by Santana, but Loaiza is late covering the base, and Hamilton beats out another infield hit. Man, he is fast. He's not exactly Ricky Henderson, but he can sure get around the bases. It's Austin Slater now the batter, with nobody out and a 2-2 count, and he watches strike 3 go by with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Strikeout number 4 for Jonathan Loaiza, and that brings up Brandon Belt. 2-2 count to Brandon Belt. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Loaiza gets him with the curve. That's strikeout number 5, and that brings up Buster Posey. Posey coming up with 2 outs, 1 man on, and a 1-strike count. And he lines that one at Xander Bogaerts. That is out number 3. Well, we go to the top of the 4th inning. It is 1-0 San Francisco. As Drupal Cabrera is going to come up to bat, leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 4th. waiting for the first pitch from Gausman. Here it comes. Grounder to third, stabbed, thrown to first, and that is out number 1. Score that one 5-3 on the ground out, and now Danny Santana's the batter. 1 strike count, Santana waiting for the pitch. And he lines that one into left field. That's going to be a single for Danny Santana. He makes a big wide turn at first, but heads back to the base. And now he's on first with Bryant coming up and 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch to Chris Bryant. Popped up to left, playable, and it's going to be caught for out number 2. That'll bring up Marcell Ozuna. 2 outs, 1 man on. Ozuna waiting for the 1-2 pitch. And he lines that one over the third baseman's head into left field. That's going to be a 2-out single for Marcell Ozuna. The runner Santana advances to second, and Jackie Bradley is now the batter. 2 outs, 2 men on. Bradley waiting for the pitch. 1-2 count. And that's a grounder to first. The first baseman Belt has it. He steps on the bag, and that is out number 3. Well, the Cubs get 2 base runners, but they're both stranded. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is a 1-0 ball game. Brandon Crawford now the batter against Loaiza, leading off for the Giants in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch to Brandon Crawford. Grounder up the middle. Bogarts has it. Throws to first for out number 1. DeBone is now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count to DeBone. And he grounds that one right in front of the plate. The catcher Ramos has it, and he throws to first for out number 1. Out number 2, excuse me. Duggar now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. Loaiza working with a full count pitch. And that is popped up to left. Ozuna has a long run, but I believe he's going to get there. Ball hung up in the air for a long time. Ozuna is able to make the catch, and the Giants are retired 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 4th. We are going down to the top of the 5th inning. It is a 1-0 San Francisco lead. Bogarts coming up with a 2-0 count. He lines that one over toward first. The play is made, the pitcher covers, and Bogarts is retired for out number 1. Jason Hayward now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count to Jason Hayward. Grounder to first. Again, this time Belt takes it himself. Hustles over to the base and retires Hayward for out number 2. Wilson Ramos now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Ramos waiting for the 1-2 pitch. And that's a liner up the middle. That's going to be a single in the center field for Wilson Ramos. I believe he is 2 for 2 today now. So Ramos puts on the brakes over at first, and Loaiza is the next batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Loaiza waiting for the 1-strike pitch. And that's lined down the right field line. I believe that's going to drop in for another base hit. Ramos is going to third, and the ball gets away. Ramos was going to be out at third, but instead he is going to score on the poor throw from right field by the right fielder Duggar. He overthrew third base. Loaiza is safe on second. He's going to get a single and then be credited with advancing to second on the error. The runner, Ramos, scores on an aggressive base running play that just turned out very fortunately for the Cubs. And we are now tied at 1 as Drupal Cabrera is the next batter. Full count pitch to Cabrera. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Kevin Gausman. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is a 1-1 tie. Loaiza pitching to Yolmer Sanchez here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 count. Sanchez waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Sanchez heads back to the dugout. Got him with the fastball at 96. And now Kevin Gausman is the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Gausman waiting for the 1-2 pitch. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Gausman is strikeout number 7 on the day for John Loaiza. And Billy Hamilton is the next batter. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Hamilton lines that one past first base into right field for a 2-out single. Hamilton has 3 singles on the day, and that's the first one he's actually earned. Slater now the batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. Slater waiting for the first pitch, and Hamilton goes. Ramos throws to second, but it's going to be late. And there is another stolen base, number 23 on the season for Billy Hamilton. Slater still batting. The go-ahead run standing on second. And here's a full count pitch. That's a liner past Bogaerts into left field. Hamilton rounding third. He is going to score easily on the RBI single, and the Giants have retaken the lead at 2-1. Brandon Belt now the batter. With 2 outs, nobody on, or runner on first, excuse me. Slater had the RBI single, and now here's the pitch. That's lined into center. Bradley coming in. He's going to play it on a hop. The runner rounds second, heading for third. The throw goes to third, and he is safe at third base. Slater goes first to third on the single. And now the Giants have runners on the corners. Buster Posey up, and 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 run already in. Cubs trying to limit the damage right here. Loaiza pitching with a 1-2 count. There's a grounder to short. Bogaerts has it. Throws to second to get the lead runner, and that ends the inning. The Giants score once, they leave 2, and they go to the top of the 6th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Danny Santana leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 6th. Santana facing Gausman, who's at 65 pitches. 2-2 count, and Santana swings and misses for strike 3. That was a slider at 86, and Santana is sent back to the dugout. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Kevin Gausman. Chris Bryant now the batter. 1 out, 1-1 count. Bryant waiting for the pitch. And he crushes that one. Left field, kiss it goodbye. Bryant hits a high fly ball to left field, and that is a home run that's going to tie this game at 2. 398 feet to straightaway left field. Nice piece of hitting right there by Chris Bryant. Home run number 16 on the season for him. And that brings up Marcell Ozuna with 1 out, nobody on. Tied up here in San Francisco once again. Here's an 0-2 pitch. And Ozuna lines that one into center field. That's going to be another base hit. Ozuna is going to stop at first with a single as Hamilton plays it on a hop. Jackie Bradley now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Cubs looking to score another run here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch, and Santana's running. The throw goes to second, and Santana slides in safely. Ozuna slides in safely. That's stolen base number 7 on the season for him. And now Bradley is the batter with a full count, waiting for the pitch. Strike 3 called, and he heads back to the dugout. That was a split finger fastball. And Bradley was not happy with that call at all. Bogaerts now the batter with 2 outs. Runner on second. Bogaerts waiting for the 1-1 pitch. And he pops it up on the infield. The first baseman Belt gives way to the second baseman DeBone. And that is the end of the inning. The Cubs do score on the Bryant solo home run. And now we have a 2-2 tie in San Francisco. Bottom of the 6th inning, and Matt Barnes is going to be the new pitcher for the Cubs. Barnes is going to face Crawford, DeBone, and Duggar in the bottom of the 6th inning. His spot will also come up third in the next half of the inning as well. Barnes working with a 2-0 count. Looking for the sign. And here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. Bogaerts has it. Throws to first, and that is out number 1. DeBone now the batter with 1 out, nobody on, 1 ball count. Barnes working. Liner past third base into left field. That is going to be a 1-out single for DeBone. And Barnes will now face Duggar with the potential go-ahead run on first base and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a 3-0 pitch from Matt Barnes. Outside for ball 4. So he is walked. Barnes now has first and second and 1 out. And Yolmer Sanchez is the next batter. Yolmer Sanchez comes up looking to try to put the Giants ahead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a 1-ball count. Grounder up the middle. Barnes has it, throws to second. There is no relay to first, however, as the double play is broken up. DeBone advances to third, and now there's 2 outs. Runners on the corners, and Kevin Gausman is going to be allowed to bat for himself. Interesting piece of strategy on the part of the Giants manager. However, with 2 outs, runners on the corners, Barnes is working with an 0-2 count. There's a grounder to second. The throw goes to first, and Barnes gets out of the jam. We go to the top of the 7th. It is still tied up in 2 here in San Francisco. Jason Heyward is the next batter, leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 7th. We're going to see Heyward, Ramos, and the pitcher's spot coming up this inning. 0-2 count to Jason Heyward. Here's the pitch. Gausman strikes him out with a splitter. Strikeout number 7 on the day for Kevin Gausman, and Wilson Ramos is the next batter. 2 for 2 today. Ramos waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Ramos is retired for out number 2. Now Mike Tauchman is going to be the batter. He comes up, batting from the left side against the righty Gausman, with 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 7th inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Mike Tauchman. And that's lined into the gap in right center field. That's going all the way to the wall. Extra bases for Tauchman as he rounds first, heading for second. He's going to slide into second with a 2-out double. And the Cubs have the go-ahead run in scoring position. Tauchman easily legs out that double, and Asdrubal Cabrera is the next batter. Cabrera comes up facing a 2-0 count from Gausman. And that's popped up to right field. It hangs up there a long time, and it is caught for out number 3. I thought for a moment that might drop in, but it was not the case. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, still tied up at 2. New Cub pitcher is going to be Edwin Diaz, recently acquired from the Mets. He comes in with 37 innings thrown, 16 walks, 56 strikeouts, and a 3.16 ERA. Diaz will face the top of the Giants lineup, starting out with Billy Hamilton in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That's lined over the third baseman's head into left field. That is a single, as Hamilton, I believe, goes now to 4-4 on the game. Slater, the next batter. Nobody out. Hamilton on first. You know he's going to try to steal second. Let's see if the Cubs can predict when that's going to happen. Here's a 1-strike count, and Hamilton's going. The throw goes down to second, and he is safe. Hamilton has stolen base number 2 of the game, 24 on the season. And now Slater batting with an 0-2 count. Slater waiting for the pitch. Grounder to short. The throw goes to first as they don't even attempt to stop Hamilton from advancing. So runner is now on third with 1 out, and Brandon Belt is the batter. Belt waiting for the 2-1 pitch from Edwin Diaz. And that's lined into right field. That's going to drop in front of Heyward for another base hit. And the Giants have retaken the lead 3-2 as Billy Hamilton scores on the Brandon Belt RBI single. Buster Posey now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Posey waiting for the 1-ball pitch. Here it comes. That's lined into right field. However, Heyward looks like he has a good line on it. He throws to first behind the runner. However, Heyward's throw is late, and Belt is safe at first base. Belt did get caught leaning a little too far off the base, but he makes it back in time, and now Brandon Crawford is the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Crawford waiting for the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and Diaz works him over with the fastball. The Giants do, however, retake the lead at 3-2. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Danny Santana is going to lead off against Kevin Gausman, who's at 101 pitches today. Gausman working with a 1-2 count. Santana waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. He chased one outside the zone, and that is strikeout number 9 on the day for Kevin Gausman. Chris Bryant comes up. He is 1 for 3 with a homer today. Cubs trailing by 1 in the top of the 8th inning. Here's a 1-strike pitch to Chris Bryant. And that's lined into left field. That's going to drop in front of the left fielder for a base hit. I feel like the left fielder was playing very deep right there. And Bryant gets the 1-out single, bringing up Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna batting with a 1-ball count. And he pops that one up to left field. Plenty of time to get under this one, as the left fielder makes the catch for out number 2. Jackie Bradley now the batter with 2 outs, 1 man on. Bryant waiting patiently at first to be driven in. Bradley batting with a full count. And that's a grounder to second. The throw goes to first, and the Cubs are retired in the top of the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 3-2 San Francisco. Dubon is the next batter. Leading off for the Giants in the bottom of the 8th inning, Edwin Diaz is going to work his second inning. First pitch from Diaz. Here it comes. Liner right at Santana, caught for out number 1. Nice defensive play right there by Santana, bringing up Steven Duggar. With 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count to Duggar. Here's the pitch. Grounder to second. Cabrera dives, he has it, throws to first from his knees and makes the play for out number 2. Yolmer Sanchez now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Sanchez waiting for the 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Popped up to left, Ozuna coming in. Has a line on it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. The Giants are retired in order in the 8th. The Cubs go to the top of the 9th inning, down by 1. Xander Bogaerts is the batter. He is going to face the Giants' Trevor Gott. Trevor has 42 innings thrown, 14 walks, 37 strikeouts, and a 4.29 ERA. Gott has collected 23 saves on this season and is now working with a 2-0 count to Xander Bogaerts. And that's a grounder up the middle. The shortstop has it, throws to first for out number 1. Jason Hayward now is the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Hayward waiting for the 2-1 pitch. And Hayward lines that one past the second baseman into right field for a 1-out single. So Hayward, representing the tying run, is on first, and Wilson Ramos is the next batter. He is 2 for 3 today, facing Trevor Gott with 1 out, 1 man on. Ramos waiting for the 2-2 pitch. Lined up the middle, that's going to be another base hit. Hayward rounding second, but he thinks better of it as the throw goes directly to third. So the Cubs have the tying run in scoring position with 1 out. And Ian Happ is going to be sent up as the pinch hitter. He's going to step up there from the left side against the righty Gott with 1 out and 2 runners on in the top of the 9th inning. Happ waiting for the 0-2 pitch. And he pops it up to center. That is very high. The runner heads back to second, and he tags up to advance the slide, and he is safe. So Hayward heads up base running play to tag up to go from second to third on the deep fly ball to center field. And now Asdrubal Cabrera comes up with the Cubs down to their final out. There are runners on the corners, the tying run standing on third, 90 feet away. Cabrera facing Gott from the left side with a 1-strike count. Cabrera waiting for the pitch. That's lined into right center field. Is that going to drop? No! A diving play ends the game. Billy Hamilton robs him of what was going to be an extra base hit. And the Giants are victorious 3-2 over the Cubs. Cubs get 2 runs on 11 hits with 1 error. The Giants get 3 runs on 9 hits with 1 error. But the defensive play that ended the game really is the story. Billy Hamilton, player of the game, 4 for 4, scored all 3 Giants runs today, and stole 3 bases off of the Cubs staff. John Loaiza threw 5 innings of 6-hit, 2-run baseball with 1 walk and 7 strikeouts. Matt Barnes threw a scoreless inning in relief, and then Edwin Diaz gave up the run in the 8th inning that turned out to be, in the 7th inning that turned out to be the difference. So he drops to 0-1. Kevin Gausman improves to 6-3. He threw 8 innings of 9-hit, 2-run baseball. 1 was earned. 9 strikeouts and 1 home run allowed. Trevor Gott recorded save number 24 on the season. The Cubs dropped to 49-56, while the Giants improved to 48-59. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.